I know you're probably ready just to leap into action, right? You want to leap into spring and keep this beautiful weather. And if you're itching to plant like I am, well, we have some really great advice from our master gardeners. We have EJ Bennett and Audrey Stokes. Nice to see you, ladies. Thank you for being here.
Nice to be here.
It's a little windy out here, so we know that spring's not going to happen right away. We still have a storm coming up. And tell me, how do I start indoor planting? Because I can't do it outside right now.
Everybody wants to scratch that spring planting itch right now, don't they, when it's 70 degrees over the weekend? Well, starting seeds indoors is a really fun, easy, and inexpensive way to scratch your planting Jones early on in the season. We've brought some things here to show you. One of the things you have to first decide is what is appropriate to plant indoors.
Yes.
And you can seed packages will tell you what's a good outdoor plant, what's a good indoor plant to start early.
Okay, so just look on the package when you're picking it up and it'll let you know.
It'll let you know, exactly. So in this case, many times lettuce is a great thing to plant outdoors, but this particular kind of lettuce will benefit from starting indoors.
Black-seeded Simpson.
That's just a particular heirloom variety of lettuce. And on the inside of the seed package, as you can see, is a tremendous amount of information about the plant. So seeds are, you can pick any kind of container you want. You can use pre-packaged, one that fancy kind of wicks up from the bottom, or you can use what I use, which is just a
This
simple
is like a strawberry container,
strawberry
right?
container,
and you just put some good soil in there?
Yes, that's a seed starting mix. Very easy to obtain at any Home Depot kind of big box or garden
Put water
store.
on it, have it moist a little bit. I see you have some seeds in your baggie.
And normally we just put these out, but I'm going to let you just grab some and put them on the surface for right now.
Okay.
Sprinkle some in there.
Okay.
And then take your finger and just tamp them down a little bit. Just kind of get them in there a little bit. That's right. And all seeds need to germinate. That's beautiful.
Okay.
All seeds need to germinate is warmth and moisture. They don't really need light at this point. So if you have a spot in your laundry room or...
You're kidding.
No,
I didn't know that they didn't need light at this point. Okay.
Right. As long as they're a seed that's under the soil, they don't need light to germinate, but they do need warmth and moisture. I use a seed starting mat. That's what this is. It just provides, it's like a little bit of a heating pad for my seeds.
Really?
This one's not plugged in right now, but it's just a low warmth.
Okay.
I put them on here. And in, it depends. The seed package, again, will tell you whether your seeds, you can see them within a week or 2 weeks, sometimes 2.5 weeks.
What do you think are some of the biggest mistakes that people do when they start seeds?
They want to water, and they want to water a lot.
And you don't do that.
And you just need to keep it lightly moist. And a lot of people will say, I had trouble with my seeds because they got up to 3 inches tall, and then they kind of got dark at the bottom, and kind of rotted at the bottom, and they all fell over and died. That's a watering issue. So if you can keep them a little bit dry, I brought a little fan in. If you run a fan, maybe an hour a day, on those, once they've sprouted, gives them a little, or rub your hand over them. Right. This keeps the humidity to the right level so they don't rot, and rubbing your hand on them when they, it's kind of nice, you give them a little brush, makes their stems a little thicker and stronger.
So once they start growing, how often do I water?
You're going to try to water from the bottom. I would put this in a little Tupperware container, water from the bottom, and until it, you really can let it dry out a bit, until it feels a little bit dry at the top.
Okay, and I want to give out a number because I know you have a really a great information. It's 20 seed starting tips right here.
Yes.
So this can answer all of your questions. You can call this number right now if you want to get it, 303-271-6620. It's at the bottom of the screen, 303-271-6620, and you'll get your free information to start your own garden from seed indoors, which is so, so nice. And how do we know to start the seeds outside then? Once they start popping up, we can move them outside?
We can. You need to harden them off.
Okay.
This is after the frost-free date. This is once things can start going outside. And it's just like anything. You get them, you put them outside during the day, you bring them back in at night. You do that for about a week, and then they can start staying outside, and then you can plant them in the garden. I think Audrey's got some
Give me some more information about seeds outdoors. When can we do it?
Well, actually, if you had a jump on things, you could have started back in February by warming up your soil, by covering it with plastic and anchoring it down. And that, to get the soil to about 40 degrees Fahrenheit is the temperature you need to germinate the seeds. But that takes about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
But you could still start it. Tomorrow is March 1st. You could warm up your soil for 2 weeks, and you could start planting by mid-March for your cool season vegetables.
I always thought you waited until Mother's Day. Is that true?
That's with typically your flowers, your annuals, your potting flowers. And
so what can we plant now this time of year?
All the cold season vegetables benefit from being planted outdoors and not indoors. A lot of the package will tell
broccoli,
you.
carrots.
Right, carrots, kale, chard, spinach, peas. and some of the larger seeds, such as peas, they benefit from being soaked in water for 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
That
Very
helps
nice. So
them.
before you plant, soak them
Right.
in water 24 hours. You know, Audrey, I'm seeing a lot of seeds are just little bulbs starting to sprout. Is that a good thing right now?
Well, the good thing would be is if we get any more cold weather, that we get some snow with it, because that'll act as an insulator. But there's really nothing.
It won't kill it?
Oh no, snow's very good.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Snow is especially good for your little shoots coming up. It acts as a blanket, actually. But there's really not much we can do about Mother Nature.
Yes, that's true. Some great advice. Thank you, ladies, very much for coming on. So I know you're getting that itch to start planting. For questions about seed starting or a copy of the 20 seed starting tips, again, you can contact the Jefferson County Master Gardener CSU Extension Office. Here's that number, 303-271-6620. The number again is 303-271-6620. Make sure you reach out to them. They have some great advice.